What's going on, guys? It's me, Meduz, back with another Alliance War video, and today we are going against 4Lokey. What can I say about this? It was worse than I expected, because I was really expecting like a good performance from 4Lokey, but it was quite disappointing. They died to an Alliance RK30 who are actually taking it easy this season. We are aiming for Platinum 2 or Platinum 1, doesn't really matter. So we are not really boosting, we are just playing to have fun. And from what I gathered from 4Lokey map, they were running Protect, and apparently they think Protect is a difficult map, but it's actually easier than Stubborn in my opinion. They did not have a lot of Protect champions, which was a little bit weird, because a lot of the champions were like simple champions you could actually use quick majority of the time, or you could use a small champ. It doesn't really matter which champion you use, but they did have like one or two good placements, and we did have guys who just steamrolled through it. Guys like Notch actually did pretty well on lane 2 in section 1. He went against I think Apocalypse and another good defender that they had on lane 2 in section 1. As you can see, he cleared that and cleared the minis there, no problem. And it was just up to me to actually clear my lane, which was lane 1. And the first match I had was Cog with Quake, so you know that was a simple one, or silly placement actually, not too difficult. Anybody with Quake can do it. But as you can see right now, I'm going on the same path with Warlock versus Sorceress. Now, I kind of like her a lot. I actually brought her for this Alliance War just to have fun, to test her out. It is actually the first time I'm using her in Alliance War. So as you can see right there, I took the SP one on the block because sometimes I just don't remember the timing. And as you can see, I got it now, so I evaded it. So yeah, it was just a little refresher. But most times in Alliance War, what we like to do is duel first. But when you're going on a chill season, you really don't want to duel too much. You can, but it's just like anything else, you just play safe. So I chose Warlock here, not for any particular reason, but he's actually very good when it comes to his power control. So basically, I'm just going to use Warlock and try to power control Sorceress. And as you could see, she's gaining a little bit of power, which has nothing on Warlock. Now she's at an SP2 right now, and she's going to let that go. So when she does, I'm just going to back off and try to get the virus on her, which I did. And now that is going to slow her power gain down. Nothing fancy about this fight, nothing in particular. So it was a very chill fight. I did use like a 10% here and there, because I do have a few of them expiring, but all our big boosts, we are saving them for a season where we will actually need it. But I did enjoy going against 4Lokey, because I heard so much that they were having a good season, they were going deathless, etc, etc, etc. And then when we went against them, guys were just dying left, right, and center to dumb nodes. I think somebody died on Doom. I think somebody died on it was just some dumb deaths. And when you look at it, it's like, at that level you should not be dying to certain nodes, and they did die. Hopefully next season, when we get back into really playing Alliance War, we could go against them again. But I'm not really looking forward to it, because this one was just too simple. And as you can see, they have Nova there. We didn't know who was going to take Nova. Nova wasn't a Protect champion. He's very simple. He's on Mixed Master. So I decided to go in with Sorceress. And she actually did pretty well. So what I'm going to do here is just wait for my power gain to come up and get to an SP1. When that does happen, I'm going to start the fight. But until then, I'm just going to go medium, light, medium, just because it's mixed master. Now I do have a bar of power. Now I'm going to let that SP1 go so I could actually slow him down. So as you can see, the slow is activated on him, so I'm not too concerned about him anymore. Let my SP2 go. He also has armor break on him, which will increase the damage that I'm actually doing against him. And every time I drop my special one, it's actually going to refresh the slow or the armor break or the regen that I actually have on me right now, which is actually good. One of the main reasons I brought her is to see how good she was. I took her to rank 5 just to have a bit of fun, and she is a solid Alliance War attacker. She might not have some big yellow numbers, but all the utility that she brings to this match is awesome. So as you could see, I am just taking it as a easy match. He does not have slow on him anymore, so that's something you have to keep your eye on. Now he has slow activated on him. I could actually fight him with a 5-hit combo rather than worrying about medium, light, medium, or worrying about him evading. Because as long as that slow is on him, I'm just going to take this fight as slow as possible, take as much block damage as possible, especially when I have that regen on block activated on me. And as you can see, slow is no longer there, but slow is activated. She does get her power gain really fast, and I do have 3 points in MD, Mystic Dispersion, so it's actually helping her. And this match is about 3 minutes in, and he is down, and I still have a full bar of health. We're almost there. And yeah, what can I say? That was a silly placement in my opinion. I mean, you're running Protect. I would expect you to put a large or extra large defender on Mixed Master on a node that actually gives people problems. But I do not understand why Nova was there. I mean, anybody could have taken Nova. We were actually contemplating who would. So I decided to do it since I was testing out Sorceress. I call her Sorceress because she's a sorceress, and Sorcerer obviously is a sorcerer. So you do not have to get technical with the names, you know what I'm talking about. So the other placement they had on Ebb and Flow was they had Vision Arcus. So we did have a backup. So instead of me taking Vision Arcus without my Colossus, I decided to let the backup take Vision Arcus. But what he should have done was bring in a champ for Hyperion, and I will explain why later on. So what I'm going to do here, now this is another dumb placement in my opinion, especially if it's Protect. This guy is not difficult to fight. Abomination is just it's just not really fun. Any large champ who has a power drain or power control can actually take this fight very easily. The reason being, Abomination is a very aggressive attacker. As you could see, he's dashing forward constantly. So basically, I'm playing it slow, and all I'm going to do is bait out his special one. The reason being is we're not trying to use too much potions or too many items for this Alliance War, because we're taking it very easy. And if I do get hit from his special 2, what that's going to do is that's going to put an armor break on me, and I am going to get a bit more block damage that I would not really enjoy putting potions into Warlock for, especially when I need him later on. Now I dropped my special 3 there to power drain him a bit. Now he was at special 2, so basically I'm just going to let him drop down back to 0 and then start all over again. Now I'm going to start with my 3-hit combo, then intercept. Now he didn't take the intercept, but he did right there because he's very aggressive. Now if you look at how many times I intercepted him throughout this match, you would realize that it's a very dumb placement for a very aggressive defender. Now as long as Warlock can set the virus on him, you do not have to worry about anything at all. So as you could see, 74 hits, and this Abomination was down within 2 minutes. Now it's not really the best placement for him. I would have put him somewhere like where Hyperion is, which wouldn't make much of a difference, but I will most likely put him on a different node. um the other thing about the Abomination match is Warlock. Anybody with Warlock can take him, and it's a very simple, straightforward match. I really didn't understand why he was there or what they were trying to expect, because anybody in their right mind would bring Warlock. Now this one is actually very good. Now we're not using any potions really, or we're not planning on using any items, so we're taking it very simple, like I've said in this video. Now I am going against Hyperion, and after I check my backup, the guy on lane 4 and the guy on lane 6, we then realized, whoa, we didn't bring anybody for Hyperion. Now we do know that he's a large champion, so we have to be careful. So I had the best counter, which was Sorceress, and I decided, okay, maybe I should give Hyperion a go. And as you could see, this is going really well. I am intercepting, I am dropping my special 2, he's cooperating, but my damage is not that big, but it's doable. Now his health is low. Now I'm dropping my special 1 because special 1 has nullify, which will stop the power gain. It will nullify his power gain. That's why every time I spam my special 1 whenever I get a chance to. Now as you can see, he does have protect on him, and my damage is actually low, which means I have to intercept him. But a rule of thumb is never intercept when they have a bar of power or 2 bars of power. So at this minute, I'm really trying to look for a way that I could get him to drop his special, so I could go in and drop my special 1. But I'm at special 2, which makes no sense because that damage just did 0, and that got me by surprise. I looked at it and I was like, wow, I'm at 0. Now at this point, I'm looking for my power drain, but it's nowhere close. I could go in, do a heavy, but obviously I would not have enough time. I would get countered and game over. Now in a regular season, I would have popped an invulnerable boost. Now what that will do is let me at least get 3 SP3s, which means I will not have to worry about dying. But as you could see, I already died there, and I had to revive my Sorceress, put some pots into her, use my units to do that because we did not stock up for this season, which is fine. I mean, it happens. SHIT happens. But at the end of the day, I already got a grip on how to control Hyperion at this point. I do have to be careful about the protect, and I am not bothered with this match now. But as you could see at the start of this match, things did not go as planned. Now he's already at 2 bars of power, so I'm basically waiting for him to drop his special, which he wasn't going to drop. So my plan was to eat that special 2 when I had my armor up, but he didn't drop it when I had the armor up. So I am going to eat another special 3. Now I am a little concerned now, but I am not dead. And do I need anything else to kill Hyperion with less than 10%? I don't think so, because like I said, I already figured out the rotation that I have to perform for me to get Hyperion at bay. I am a little bit worried right now, but I'm not going to let that bother me too much. I'm just going to play it slow and continue what I'm doing, which is spamming that SP1. Whether I want to or not, I will spam that SP1, which will help me a great deal. Now that didn't nullify the power gain there, which is fine because he dropped his special 1 or his special 2, and I am far away from him, and I am ready. So now as you can see, he only has 1 protect on him, which doesn't bother me too much. Should I intercept? Not really, because well, now I have 2 protect, so I am going to figure out a time or a place to intercept him, and I am going to do that in a few seconds. Now this is tricky. He's at his SP3. Now I am dropping my SP1 for a reason. I am trying to bait him to come to me, and whenever Hyperion cooperates, I'm going to go in for an intercept, which I did. Now bait my SP1 and have him drop his SP2. Now that's a luck and chance that will happen right there, but it's something that I am grateful for. I can't complain. Every one of us get lucks once in a while, but as you can see, this match is going really well, especially for less than 10%. Going in for another intercept so I could remove the protect on him. And now I'm going to drop my special 3. Now what that's going to do right now is help me a lot, because as you can see, he's almost down. It does not kill him, but he's almost down. He no longer has protect on him, and I think I'm just going to end it with 2 hits, and that was it. Yeah, it was a very tricky match, and I still did not pop a invulnerable boost because, like I said, this war is just for fun. So it's just for a chill season. Now I think Gun Driller took care of that that pig, the little piggy that went to market there, and I went in with Warlock against Emma Frost. Now I did take a few other matches, but at this point it wasn't really much of a problem or a worry to me because I was not in the mood to play anymore. They had nothing special on defense, and I did not see a reason for any of us dying if we were playing a good season. Now, as you could see, Warlock is a good champ against Emma Frost. All you have to worry about is the Hood Locker and that unblockable SP1, which I totally forgot about. Now, why did I forget about it? I do not know, but at this point there's no reason why Emma Frost should kill me. Sometimes I am going to control the power that she gets, and I am going to bait out her special attacks. And since I can only use my special one once every special, I am actually going to go between special 1 and special 2, and then rely on the virus to actually do the rest. She has a special 1, so what I'm going to do is dash back so she could attack me onto the block, bait out the heavy, and then go in for my special attack. This is very simple on Hood Locker. There's nothing tricky about it. Whenever you use a special attack, if you hold block, most likely they will not attack you with a special. Now I'm going to show you guys a few more matches from the guys in my alliance that actually did really well. This one you could see Notch taking Apocalypse with Thing. Now every time Apocalypse uses SP1 or SP2 against Thing's block, Thing's protection is going to actually come up, which is actually pretty good. As you could see, it just came back up. Another SP1 protection came back up. So actually Thing isn't taking much damage from Apocalypse SP1, but Apocalypse is taking a shitload of damage from Thing. Every time Apocalypse uses a special, Thing is actually going to just get power drain. But what you could also look at is this node on lane 2. He has a certain amount of light attack, heavy attack, medium attack that he could use, but Thing is not bothered by it, and he is not refreshing any of Thing's attacks. I think it's, what is it called? At this point I can't remember, but it's Strike, Fury Strike, whatever strike it is. I do not take lane 2, so yeah, strike counter. And then you could see that what Notch did is just went straight into the next match, and that was against Domino. Now Domino is not a protect champ, but Domino is a very tricky champ to fight. Now he didn't bother healing up Thing, because Thing is just steamrolling everything as you would expect him to do. He does lose a bit of health there from that special 1 because of Domino's ability accuracy, and that protect was up, but he still took a ton of damage from it. But at this point he only took this match with Thing because he was more confident in Thing getting the job done a lot faster than Warlock. Now he does have an R3 Warlock there on his team, but he doesn't really need it because Thing is the extra large champ which does a shitload of damage. Now I'm going to show you Gun Driller's run. It was a bit of an embarrassment in my opinion. Like I said, our 4Lokey did not have a lot of Protect champions, and yet still they ran the tactic Protect, which was useless and it was just horrible, especially if you did not have at least 20 Protect defenders. This node was Mixed Master, and as you can see, Archangel is tearing through it. He could have used Archangel, he could have used Human Torch. Even against Heat Monkey, I think he used Archangel against Heat Monkey. That was just a waste. All the defenders were, at least majority of the defenders were rank 3, 6 stars rank 3, but they were just useless on the node, on the tactic. It defeats the purpose of actually running the tactic that they ran. One or two of their defenders were actually placed properly, but if they were going against Alliance of a higher caliber right now this season, they would have lost, because it's just dumb how they decided to just run the tactic and the way they placed the defenders. It was a disappointment in my opinion. I expected better. So like I said, we're not really worried about this season, nor are we playing to impress anyone, but as you could see, it was just not what I expected. But at the end of the day, 4Lokey did win, and hopefully they do well throughout the season. But for us, we're just having fun. Peace.